Are you wearing colors that light you up or colors that drain you? Today on Party's Over, we're talking color and how the right shades can make you look brighter, fresher, and more confident. Then we're going to get into emotional neglect and how it shows up in adult relationships. That's all ahead. Welcome back to Party's Over. Externally, I wanted to look a certain way, but internally, I wasn't happy. I've had so many procedures, so many treatments, more than I can count. I started to really focus on doing things for my body that made me feel good. I decided to write my book to share this knowledge, and people have really resonated with it. And that night at 5 in the morning, there's a girl at the front door. I was able to figure out what a narcissist was because I was married to a narcissist.
There's some stuff in there I'm very surprised that you're talking about.
I can spot the red flags now from a mile away. I want the viewers of my show to walk away feeling great about themselves and feeling empowered. I'm going to incorporate my story as well in the show, but I also am very interested in learning about other people's stories.
I love your honesty and your genuineness. That's what makes you so authentic and real and why people want to talk to you.
Watch Party's Over. It's going to be fun, informative. We're going to have a great time. Party's over. Hello, everyone. Today we have Mariana, who is a color analyst, and she is going to show me which colors work best for
you.
For me.
So basically, what we do when we do a color analysis, so we're going to find out the group of colors that are the best colors on you. We call that your personal color palette. We call them after the seasons of the year. So we have autumns, winters, summers, and springs, but they're not really seasonal. So for example, if you're a bright spring, you're going to be a bright spring year round, not just during the spring.
Oh,
So these are your colors.
okay.
So what makes a spring, for example? So the colors of the spring, they're lighter, they're a little bit more saturated, and they're warmer. That's what makes it a spring. In order to find your palette, we need to compare between a few different colors. We're going to place them next to your face. So we have different drapes and we're going to place them next to your face and see how your face, how your complexion reacts when next to those different colors.
This is great. I'm super excited.
Yes. Tell me, what do you usually wear? Let's see if you're already drawn to the colors that look good on you.
Okay. So normally I wear earth tones. So
Okay.
earth tones are the best colors that I thought for myself, but
Okay.
I could be wrong. So
Okay.
I'm excited to see what you think.
Okay. Let's see. So usually the first step of a color analysis is to compare between light and dark colors.
Okay.
And I always tell my clients, from now on, forget if you like these colors or not. We're just focusing on your face.
Okay.
So we're going to start with light versus dark. Ideally, when you do a color analysis, it needs to be without makeup on. If the person has the hair dyed, we would put the hair back. So we're looking at the person's natural colors.
Mhm.
So here we have light. So just look at your face versus darker. So what are we looking at? So we're looking at your skin tone.
Mhm.
Some colors, they can bring out more yellow. Some colors, they can bring out more pinks, more red sometimes. The color of the lips change a lot too. Any shadows, usually we can see some shadows under the eyes, here around the nose, around the lips. Here with the darker colors, I think they make your face a little bit more shadowy. Let me bring back the light colors. I don't know if you can see, but look how the lighter colors, they really brighten your skin.
Oh, they do.
And then when we change to the dark, it's just a little more shadowy.
Yes, I agree.
So probably more on the lighter side.
Okay. And that would be for all year round?
For all year round. But that's not the result yet. We're just adding information up and we're going to narrow it down to your color palette. So for now, we know that more on the lighter side.
Okay.
Now we're going to compare between soft and bright. So the earth tones that you like, they're more on the softer side. They're not very saturated colors, very intense. So these are a little softer.
Yes.
Look how, so even on this drape with all the soft colors, this side's a little warmer and this side's a little cooler. Look how when we go towards the warmer side, it really brightens your face too.
Yes. So warmer earth tones.
Warmer on the warmer side. So these are softer and brighter, which could also work.
Yeah.
But again, more towards the warmer side.
Right. So maybe like yellows, oranges, orange,
Exactly. Reds,
greens, reds.
some greens, not so much blues,
Yes.
purples. But these colors are very flattering too. So soft and bright. Yeah, the bright ones are a little bit too much, but I can see you pulling off some of them. Now we're gonna look at your undertone. So undertone, we have for color analysis purposes, we have 4. So we have warm, neutral, cool, and cool.
So warm.
And it's going to be very helpful for makeup, for hair color. So this is more on the warmer side.
Okay. So warmer colors for makeup.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay.
We're comparing between the 3. So these are warmer. These are neutral.
Got it.
And let's see the cool. Cool.
Oh, no.
These are almost a little more grayish.
no.
No, on the warmer side,
Okay.
right?
Warmer, definitely.
Definitely. Which is good because your hair right now, it's pulling off very gold, very
Yes.
warm, which is recommended for you. So you don't want to, if you go for a blonde, you don't want to do like an ashy blonde. It has to be more
Right.
like golden blonde.
I agree.
Do you wear prints and patterns?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay. So for the prints and patterns, we have to analyze your contrast level.
Okay.
So the contrast level is actually the only thing that will change if you dye your hair. So right now that your hair is pretty light,
Yes.
you don't have a lot of contrast between your hair color and your skin tone, for example. So
Mhm.
your contrast would be considered more low. So when you're putting an outfit together, so either if you're picking a print, a pattern, or maybe just matching like a top with a blazer, you don't want the colors to be very contrasting. Okay, so now we're gonna look at the 2 warm seasons. So we have 2 warm seasons, spring and
Mhm.
autumn. So surprisingly, summer is not warm, it's cool.
Right.
But let's look at them. So autumn, it's deeper and softer.
Okay.
And the spring is lighter and brighter. So this one here, for example, is a dark autumn, which is too much.
Too much.
I think it's too dark. Then this is a soft autumn.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, the warm autumn, which is very nice. Out of the 3, it's the best.
The warm autumn.
Yeah,
So the warmer colors are better.
the warmer
like a
colors.
warmer earth tones.
Let's
or-
see. I want to look at the spring, and this spring is not very earthy,
Okay.
but also very warm. Let's compare them.
Oh, so you go through all of these.
We do. So we go over metals that you could apply to accessories, jewelry, makeup. If you're gonna do a shimmery eyeshadow, for example, you could use the metals.
And
or
then
for
do you give
outfits.
your clients like a chart so they know exactly?
Yes. So we give them a color swatch pen to take home that I can show it to you. We also send them a PDF with outfit recommendations,
Oh, nice.
product recommendations for makeup with the actual product and the actual shade that they should look for, and also hair colors.
Wow, this is amazing.
Yeah. So now we're going to look at the springs.
Okay.
The spring is a little bit lighter and brighter than the autumn.
Yes.
And then this is a warm spring.
Okay.
I like these colors a lot on
Mhm.
you too. Maybe not the chartreuse here, but these colors here on
Yes,
the left side
the
are
orange
really
and the
nice.
red and the yellow.
Yeah, so
Okay.
warm spring. This is a light spring
Mm.
and a bright spring, which is also good. I think we're looking at a warm spring, warm autumn. And the good news are if you are a warm spring, you can also borrow colors from the warm autumn. My clients sometimes, if you give them a lighter palette, for example, they think it's the end of the world and they're like, oh my God, what am I gonna wear in the winter and the fall? But you can also borrow colors from your sister palettes. So in fact, you can wear colors from 4 different palettes, not only yours.
So I should never wear black.
I don't think it's gonna be the best. But you're gonna have some other nice neutrals.
Okay.
I think more on the brown family, they're gonna be
Yes.
really nice. Let's look at them. So first I want to look at the metals. Let's see. So we have yellow gold, which
Mhm.
looks very nice, very harmonious with your skin, even with this hair color that you have right now.
Okay.
Then we have rose gold, which
That's
is
what I
also
normally wear. I
really.
usually- yeah, I wear all rose gold.
It looks really nice. It brings out a little bit more pink on your face, but in a good way.
Yes.
You just look a little bit
I
more
wear all rose gold.
blushed. Yeah,
So I can stick with my rose gold.
you can.
Okay.
It's a good color.
Okay, good.
And then we have copper,
Mhm.
which is also good. Yeah, so the warmer metals are really nice.
Okay. No.
Then this one not so good.
Not so
Yeah,
good.
look how you become a little bit more pale
Yeah.
suddenly.
Not so good. So I'm not a silver girl.
And silver. Yeah.
I'm not a silver girl.
No. Gold girl.
I'm a
Gold,
rose gold.
copper, rose gold. Yeah,
Okay.
these were the 3 best ones.
This is great.
And usually I like to put the good colors together. So at the end, the person is able to see all the good colors next to each other and really have a good view of their palette. So at this point, we're just making it a little bit more personalized with exactly which colors are going to work for you.
This is perfect.
Do you wear a lot of white?
I wear some.
Yeah.
Let's not
see.
a lot.
So we're going to start by comparing white versus off-white. So here we have a true white.
True white.
And off-white. This is really nice too. I think it makes your skin a little warmer.
Yeah.
It gives you a little more color. And beige, which I like it too.
You do?
Yeah.
So those are easy. I only usually wear white. Not usually I don't wear all white outfits, but like today I have because I didn't know what else to wear with the face.
Yeah, but you could wear white, you could do the off-white, you could do the beige.
Those are good colors.
Yeah. And then I think when we get very dark, neutral wise, it's not going to be as good.
Okay.
Like, for example, black, maybe like a dark gray. Let's look at some darker ones.
Okay.
So we have, for example, brown, which out of this group, I think it's going to be the best.
Yeah, so
it's
brown's
warmer. Good. And it's very trendy, right?
Yeah. I wear a lot of brown.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Yeah.
So we have dark brown.
So brown we can do. Navy's
navy.
not great.
I think brown is better too.
Yes.
Oops, sorry.
Black is not good.
It's just a little harsh.
It's harsh.
It's a little too much. If you had to pick between white and black, I would go with white.
Yes, I agree. Gray.
I don't love that either.
No.
Yeah, out of these, definitely the brown.
The brown. Okay.
Or you can also do camels, like all sorts of browns. Yeah, camel is
which I do wear black. I have a lot of black clothes, but I know it's not the best for me.
And you know what's a good tip too? For people, maybe sometimes there is black, for example. It's a color that everybody loves and it's easy to wear, and some people don't get the black. So a good tip is to wear the black further away from your face. So you could still do black. You can
still wear it. So I'll wear like a black crop top.
Uh-huh.
And then throw a blazer over my shoulders.
Yeah, then you can have a blazer in a good color.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or even you put like a necklace, a scarf. I guess we don't
just
have a lot
to
of
like
scarves
break
in
up
my own.
the just to like
Just
so
to,
I wear a lot, like I said, a lot of rose gold.
Yes, just add a good color close to your face, or you can also throw the black on the bottom. So colors for pants, skirts, shorts doesn't matter as much, or for bags, shoes.
Right.
It's more what's close to your face.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Let me just show you the camel because I think it's going to be really pretty. Yeah, the warmer colors are just really nice. And then if we go a little cooler, yeah, we can start to see a little more shadows, like even under the eyes, around the lips a little bit.
It's amazing, the difference.
Not gray is not really your color.
No, gray's not my color. Gray, black.
But
Camel's
all the
good.
browns.
All the
Camel is
browns.
good.
Perfect.
Okay. Now, which color do you want to
So
start
who knew?
with? Red, pink, green?
Red.
Red. Let's do red.
Now this is for clothing still?
Clothing still. Yeah.
Okay.
Now we're just going over all the colors. So
we established the jewelry, which I'm gonna stick with rose gold.
Some neutrals. So whites, beiges, creams, camel, browns.
Okay.
Avoid the black.
So
if
now we're
possible.
going into actual colors.
Actual colors, yes. And we're between a warm spring and a warm autumn, but I think we're leaning more towards a warm spring.
Okay.
Or we're going to be able to confirm when we look at the colors.
Okay, so we like red.
We like red.
Okay.
And you're going to see when you don't have lipstick on, this red is going to bring out so much red in your lips. It almost looks like you have lipstick on.
Okay, so we like red.
Yeah. Usually reds, pinks, they pick up the pink, the red on the lips.
Okay.
It looks really nice. Then this is getting a little cooler, and it's not as good as the first one that's a little more orange.
So we like a more warm red that's more orange red. Okay.
Exactly. So if you're picking a lipstick, for example, sometimes you can see on the brand website that they have like a blue red or an orange red. You want to go for an orange red, not a blue red.
Okay.
Because the blue red is cool.
Great.
Now going a little darker.
Okay.
It's okay, but it's getting a little too dark. Like this is a little too much.
Yeah.
This is nice too. It's better than the previous one, but the orange red, like a tomato red, was the best.
Okay.
I agree.
Wow. Oh, I see. So these are different shades of like blues, purples.
Yeah, so we have all the different colors.
This is amazing. And where can the viewers find you?
Yes, so right now we have 2 offices, 2 studios, one in Miami and one in New York. So in Miami, we're actually in Miami Beach, and in New York on the Upper West Side.
This is perfect.
Yeah, so we do appointments in both cities.
And then do you do virtuals?
We do.
Oh,
So we
amazing.
we do online color analysis. And besides color analysis too, we have a more in-depth service that people also get to learn their body shape, their face shape, and their
Wow.
personal style.
This is amazing.
So yeah, so people also get recommendations for different silhouettes, fabrics, for the the face shape, for example. You can learn best sunglasses, glasses,
really?
frames, accessories, haircut, necklines, all that just based on your face shape and your personal style too. Yeah.
Wow.
Let's see some orange. This is actually really nice. You can pull this off.
We like orange.
Yeah. For some people, it would be too much, but I think you could do it.
Okay.
This is already a little too dark.
Yeah.
So these are my colors, like the deep autumn earth tones. Yours are a little bit more lively. Oh, this is a burnt sienna. I like to say that it's a good color for lipstick and blush.
Yeah.
For people with warmer undertones.
Okay.
Oh, the coral.
Coral. So we know I'm a coral girl.
I love it. It looks really good. Even better than the vibrant orange.
Okay.
And the bright marigold. I prefer the vibrant orange and the coral, but coral was #1.
Coral's good. This is great. So you actually show people like for their face shape what the best sunglasses are. That's amazing.
It is. There's so much that we can know, and that just
How
makes
long
our
have you
life
been doing
easier.
this?
So it's been 6 years now.
Wow, 6 years.
Yeah, by the time people weren't talking about color analysis yet. Now it's getting a little bit more popular.
Yeah, no, this is great.
This is a nice pink too. Yeah, it's like
This
the
is
pink
great.
of your skirt almost.
Yeah,
Candy pink. And these ones are a little more
like
dusty.
a mauve. No,
Yeah, like a mauve. I don't think they do much.
No.
The candy pink is better.
candy pink is.
Yeah, so we learned that for you, the best colors are, they need to be lighter, they need to be a little bit more intense, so they're not muted, they're not dusty, and they're warmer.
Okay. This is great. I love this.
And then the palette comes to life here on this side.
So if I can take a photo of this.
Yes, so you should take a photo of it. So these are the best colors.
I will.
Yeah, so they're lighter, they're a little bit more saturated, and they're warmer.
Perfect.
And it is a warm spring. That's not a warm autumn.
Wow.
And then if you need some darker colors for the winter time, you can borrow from the warm autumn because they're gonna work fine too because they stay warm.
I can wear this in the winter.
Yeah, but it's a very pretty palette.
Very pretty. I'm super excited.
Yeah. Now you have a whole and
Thank
people
you.
think it's limiting, but in fact
No,
it
it's
gives you
not. This
a lot of options.
No, this isn't limiting at all.
Yeah, and sometimes it even gives you colors that you never thought about wearing before, and now you know. Like you
Wow,
can
this is
experiment
great.
with the corals that was really nice, and some other nice
Thank
colors.
you.
Thank you.
So for all of our viewers, if you want a color analysis, this is the person to go to,
Yes.
Mariana. We'll have all of her information in the show notes. And if you want to know like the best sunglasses to wear for your face, the best makeup, she does all of it and fit it in your body, like for your body type.
Yes, exactly. And I have some news coming up too, but we're soon, hopefully, coming up with an app that's going to be really helpful for after you get your color analysis done, you will have it on your phone and you can take it shopping, taking it to stores. It's going to be really cool. Yeah. Thank you so much.
This was great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Emotional neglect is subtle. It's not about what happened, it's about what didn't. Today, Vita and I are breaking down how it shows up in adulthood, especially in marriage, and what it really takes to heal.
So, I don't know a lot about emotional neglect, to be honest with you. I'm kind of an emotionally void person, so I might not know if I was being neglected. So, I'm gonna allow you to take the lead on this conversation.
I don't think that you're being neglected in your relationship. Other people may be in your marriage and feel like they're neglected because in general, like,
what is emotional neglect though? Like, I don't even know what it is.
I mean, your needs aren't being met.
Your emotional needs.
I feel like your emotional needs aren't being met. And that's to me what emotional neglect would really be.
So,
and a lot of people probably don't even realize it when they're so busy in their everyday lives.
So I have a question for you. Say you are like an overly emotional person. is it still neglect if those needs aren't being met? Like if your emotional bar is like this high when it's like a normal
No, I don't
person's,
think
like,
so. I
there.
think it should be whatever, like a normal.
So that's the standard.
I would think
normal
like just a normal,
person.
but not somebody that just requires so much emotional
like an
support.
energy sucker.
Right, because if you require that much emotional support, you should have a support animal with you at all.
Well, also, maybe when you're choosing your spouse, you should think about like your emotional needs and whether you're on the same page with them. Because like a person like me can never be with somebody that needs a ton of emotion because they would probably feel neglected.
Like my emotional needs were never really met in my marriage.
Are you a highly emotional person?
I don't require that much,
But yours was just so low.
yeah, but mine was so low. But even from the beginning, I remember thinking, because at one point we broke up before we got married because I felt like we were roommates, and I'm like, wow, my emotional needs aren't being met. And we ended up getting married anyway, but that's my fault because they weren't being met before we got married. Of course, they're not going to be met during the marriage.
Especially like you get busy and there's like kids and life and jobs and money and all those things. So like sometimes it's probably hard. I feel like maybe if somebody feels that their emotional needs aren't being met, a good first step might just be simply telling their spouse this and being like, hey, listen, but I think you preface it with, I don't want to be an alarmist. Like, I know you shouldn't disregard your feelings, but I feel like this could be one of those topics where somebody might be triggered by that.
Well,
like,
I did say that. I
and
did
what
say
did he
before I was
say?
married. I don't even think he understood, but we ended up working it out and ended up getting married anyway. And I just accepted the fact that my emotional needs were never going to be met. That's not the reason why we didn't work out. Like if my emotional needs weren't met, I could have lived with that. I couldn't live with feeling unsafe.
That makes sense.
Right.
So when we talk about emotional needs, are we talking about like the deep conversations aren't happening, or like what exactly are people's emotional needs?
Meaning like if you are having like issues just internally and that you want somebody to listen, like a sounding board, or somebody to be there for you and tell you, Vita, it's okay, I'm here for you, I want you to feel safe, I want you to know that you can talk to me about anything. And you can't really talk to your spouse because your spouse is ADD and isn't even paying attention to you when they're looking at their phone and they're doing other things.
That's not good. You should be able even if you have a very low bar of emotional neediness like I do, you should be able to talk to your spouse about anything. Like you should never feel scared to talk to
But do
your
you
spouse.
ever talk about any of your emotional?
Of course. No. We totally talk about our feelings, but like we don't do this thing, which I find so annoying, where we just like over talk our feelings.
No, I mean you don't have to over talk,
It's
but
like I think like sometimes when you talk about your feelings too much, like things just become a thing that wouldn't necessarily be a thing. Like if you're like deep diving in your feelings all the time, like you're gonna come up with a reason not to like each other.
Well, 100%, but I can give you an example in my marriage.
Yeah.
It was after our third separation, we had gotten back together, and I ended up getting really sick.
Okay.
And the fever was up to like 103.9.
The dengue.
The dengue, which I didn't know at the moment I didn't have dengue.
Yeah.
So fever went up. He had a trip planned to go to Vegas and on a golf trip after Vegas. So it was like an 8 or 9 day trip.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm not going to leave as long as you have the fever. But what happens with dengue, your fever spikes to almost 104.
Okay.
And then it drops.
Not to cut you off, this is to me a physical need not being met, not an emotional need, because you physically needed somebody to take care of you.
But emotionally, I thought I was going to die. So I'm sitting there.
Okay, so he didn't meet your needs in 2 ways.
Right. So I'm sitting there on my
Emotionally and
deathbed.
physically.
And you've seen pictures of me. Like,
No,
I
I
literally look
remember
like I
you
was
were
dead.
calling me. and
I've
you
never
were-
been sick like this in my entire life. We didn't know it was dengue. He takes off because he's like, oh, your fever broke. I'm getting on the airplane. And I was like, well, he goes, if you end up getting admitted to the hospital, I'll come back. I ended up going to the hospital, like fast forward days later.
laugh, but it's so
And
ridiculous.
he never came back. So he finally came back 8 or 9 days later. And I was literally to the point where I was telling my kids my goodbyes because I didn't know what was wrong with me, and it was like that bad. So, and that nobody could help me. Doctors couldn't help me. Finally, my holistic doctor, Nadia, helped me. But emotionally, I was crying, I was upset, and he was nowhere to be found.
No, this is not good. Like,
So is that emotional neglect?
That's definitely emotional neglect and physical neglect. Absolutely. So I think for the viewers out there, I think that one really big takeaway, if you're not in a relationship yet, is to have an open conversation about your emotional neediness and be like, listen, like, how do you handle feelings? Because everybody doesn't handle feelings the same way.
You're right. And some people aren't capable as others. But I think if you have open communication, you can express how you feel and maybe your partner can work on.
Open communication is so important in a marriage, in my opinion.
100%. So
There you have
there you
it.
have it. Party's over.
Now it's time for Spill It, my favorite part of the show, where my friend Vita joins me to answer your questions and nothing is off limits. Vita, are you ready?
I can't wait. Let's hear it.
I believe in marriage. The guy I'm seeing says he doesn't believe in marriage, but loves me and wants to stay together. Am I hoping for something that will never happen?
Well, do you really need to get married?
Depends.
I mean, I think it's okay. Like, be like Goldie, Hawn, and Kurt Russell. Like, if you love somebody and the only thing is a piece of paper, you know, I feel like it's okay to stay with them. I really do. I have no issue with this.
Or what if you get married and have a ceremony, but you're not legally married?
Yeah,
So
because-
people do that. So you have the ceremony,
Yeah.
but you don't actually file for the certificate, the license.
Because a lot of times, especially like say he was married before, maybe he doesn't want to go through a divorce again or like the paperwork and stuff like that. Like marriage can be scary. And I do think, honestly, like I'm married, I believe in the institution of marriage, but I do think it's kind of antiquated too in some levels. You still believe in marriage.
I believe.
I do not believe in marriage. I'm not saying I don't believe in marriage. I wholeheartedly believe in marriage. I want my children to get married. That said, I have no issue with not getting married. I think that if you want to have a family and you're with somebody, a la Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, and you're both okay with that, then do it. Like, who cares? Like, you're with your soulmate. Who cares if he doesn't want to walk down the aisle?
Because maybe she's not going to feel secure,
Secure.
and safe
Okay.
because it's so easy to walk away. So I think that it's definitely harder to walk away.
Do they have
once
a
you're married.
kid?
So if they have a child,
So here's the deal. If you have a kid, I actually think it's okay not to be married because that's like a really big commitment. Like to me, having a kid's actually a bigger commitment than
I agree.
getting married because like you have the kid for the rest of your life.
I agree.
You know? So if he's willing to have a kid, it's okay for him not to marry you. But if he's not willing to have a kid and doesn't want to get married, then you need to walk away because he fears commitment.
Right, because then he can easily just walk away.
Yeah.
And then what happens in 10
Exactly.
or 15 years
Yes. So
when she's
you
50.
have to have some sort of real commitment. Or, you know, there's domestic partnership agreements. Like if he doesn't want to get married, you can sign one of those.
It's almost like a common law marriage.
Exactly.
Right.
Just
So-
in writing.
But to me, that's just like being married.
But
What's the
I mean,
difference?
he might just have an issue with the word marriage.
Okay.
Marriage
So
scares
then
him.
we say if you're going to have a child or you have a child, then you're fine.
Yeah.
If you don't, then if you need a domestic
partnership.
agreement, and if you have that, then you're fine.
Or like even buying a house together.
No, that's easy.
That's
to
not
walk
enough.
away.
Okay, the house isn't
part.
enough. But you need a real commitment. There has to be some commitment outside of the institution of marriage if you're not getting married, and then you're fine. But if he's not willing to do any of that, he's just horrible. And
Then you walk
scared.
away.
Run. Snip, snip. Bye-bye.
Today was a reminder that small changes matter in how you look and how you love. Thank you to Mariana and Vita for being part of this conversation. And thank you for being here with us. If this episode spoke to you, share it with someone who might need it. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay connected. I'm Sandra Silverman, and this is Party's Over.